Welcome back. This is part two of the interview with Jennifer Jones. That's me. Hi there. I wanted to take the time to tell you thank you so much because last week I got even more fantastic questions from you guys. I have the smartest, the most beautiful, the best looking, and the wittiest readers in the whole wide world. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. It really means a lot to me. And I'm having a good time with this. I've got this whole list of questions, even more questions here from last week, and we're going to just go right into them so that you get to know me a little bit better. And wow, a lot of personal questions, which is fun, is so much fun. And again, I'll try to keep these interviews, we'll do them in parts, but I'll keep them between 5 and 7 minutes long because I know you guys have busy lives and I know what you really want to be doing is hanging out with me, right? So here we go. So this is a fun question. What's your favorite material object that you own? Well, first of all, let me tell you that I absolutely drove my daughters crazy when they were growing up because I'm not materialistic and they discovered the mall. So I kind of drove them crazy with the fact that I would much rather be surfing or running on the trail or doing anything other than shopping. But to answer the question, I do have a material object that I do love, and it's my Vitamix. And if you've never seen one, why do you need a $500 blender, right? That's what people want to know. And my answer to that is you just do, because it does everything. You can make soups in it and you can make smoothies in it. And for somebody like me who likes to cook but doesn't really like to cook because I'd rather be making up stories, I run my Vitamix probably at least 2 or 3 times a day. So that's my probably, if I had to run out of a burning house, I would grab my cat and my Vitamix. Okay, tell us about what your favorite meal is. So now after I talked about how great I'm doing with my Vitamix and my smoothie, I have to confess to you that my favorite meal is birthday cake and Lay's potato chips. Now, how's that for something that's just loaded with vitamins and healthy stuff? But my favorite thing to do every year on my birthday, a bunch of friends will get together and we'll do a hike out here in the Southern California trails overlooking the ocean. And when we're done with the hike, we'll all go down to the beach and we'll celebrate my birthday with a big, huge bag of Lay's potato chips, and don't try to steal it away from me because I eat the whole thing, and birthday cake. And when I talk about birthday cake has to be a white cake with white frosting, like that buttercream frosting and the really just sugary flowers on it that say happy birthday, and it's just loaded with sugar. So that's my favorite meal. I know, crazy, right? Okay, next question. How did you meet your husband? So you've been with me for a year now, and most of you have heard me talk about my surfer boy for quite a while now. We've been married for a little over 10 years, and we met, oddly enough, surfing. So I really came to surfing late in life. Most of the people that I know that live in the area have just been surfing all their lives since they were little tiny kids here in Southern California. And I didn't start until I was 45 years old, which is kind of late, but I figured this is a great way to kind of get out there in the freezing cold Pacific Ocean with my wetsuit and ask a lot of guys if they could help me. So that's what I did. And when you're new and you're a female and you're a surfer that doesn't know what they're doing, you do get to meet a lot of guys, and that's where I met my husband. And it was kind of an interesting relationship because he just kept coming around. He just kept coming around my house and doing things for me. Like, I mean, I'd been single for a lot of years, and he did things like empty the cat box, empty the trash, and the things in life that I had gotten used to doing myself. And we just kept surfing together, and he kept coming around, and it's awesome. I mean, we're just very compatible, and we have a lot of fun together. So that's how we met. We met in the water. Okay, next question. What does your bedroom look like? Okay, that is a fun question. Wow, you guys have some witty questions to ask, and I love it. My bedroom is tiny. Oh my gosh, it's enough. It's like a little loft bedroom, and it really is enough to fit a bed. And I'm not, without a word of exaggeration, there's not a dresser in there, there's not a nightstand in there. There is literally a bed. And we do have a picture window, which is awesome because it overlooks the Pacific Ocean. And oh my gosh, I mean, it is just a dream to be able to go to sleep and to wake up every morning listening to the ocean and to the waves breaking. So I'm quite grateful. But what else do you need in your bedroom besides a bed, right? Besides a surfer boy. Okay, next question. If I came to your house and looked in the fridge, what would I find? Okay, ingredients for the Vitamix. You would find organic fruits, organic vegetables, not a bag of Lay's potato chips because I don't keep those around the house, otherwise I'd eat them all the time. You would find, so one thing I do have a big weakness for is yogurt. Like if you've ever tried that, there's a company named Fage, F-A-G-E, and they make this full fat yogurt that's just so yummy, it makes you swoon. So I keep that in the fridge, and of course my husband likes to have his red wine, so you would find that in our fridge. But there's not a lot in there. It's a little bit of a Mother Hubbard's cupboard, and that's why we go to Whole Foods every day. But I sound like a health nut, right? Where's my birthday cake and potato chips? Okay, next question. What's one thing that would surprise us about you? Here's one, and this is really funny because it does blow people away. I'm Spanish. My mother is originally from Ecuador. I spent every summer as a kid in Guayaquil and surrounding areas in Ecuador, and I do speak fluent Spanish because I got to listen to my mother speak Spanish to me the whole time I was growing up, and I don't look Spanish at all, so it's a lot of fun. It's a ton of fun when I do meet somebody that is Latin and I get to converse with them, and they're usually quite blown away. And it's also a way to spy on people that are speaking Spanish because they don't really realize that I understand everything that they're saying. But I was very, very lucky to grow up with that kind of household, and I am American. And here we go. We're getting down to the wire again on time. So this is going to be the end of part 2. So what I would like you to do is to go ahead and go back to the email, hit reply, hit me up with some more of your questions. The links to all of the books are in the email, so if you want to check those out, please do so. And otherwise, I just love you guys so much. I'm really excited to be here, and I love answering your questions. And I'll be back next week with more answers, things you have always wanted to know about Jennifer Jones, but were too shy to ask. Ask away. And I'll see you all next week. Mwah.